Right, good morning everyone. Just a short update where we are now on Bitcoin. So on the 4-hour chart, I just wanted to show you this little range back in 2020. So that's the area where we're playing around now in our current price action. Can I zoom in here? There's also a range that I'm looking at, but we're not quite there yet, and there's a sort of a order block. So I see if we get out of this range here, you can see that's our next area, and there's a little order block that we'll have to get past. I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. Got a few levels here. Just want to point out these highs here, that high there and there are three which we can call swing failure patterns, or possible swing failure patterns. And if you zoom in, you'll see there on the side I've marked it SFP swing failure pattern. So the first one, the reaction, it's normally when it takes that it didn't swing failure there because it actually moves straight through, but then it sort of eliminates that, or that's the theory, but it seems to hold that level, still respect that level. The next swing failure is there. It didn't swing failure, it actually, well, it pushed quite heavily through it, and then it still respects that level. And then the last one we did, actually, that is a perfect swing failure and came down and retested other levels. So maybe just to show you here as well, this high here more or less corresponds with, if I switch on the weekly levels, that's the current week we are in, low and high, and that corresponds or is in confluence with that, just what I call a do or die level for Bitcoin in the short term. So if we lose that level today or over the weekend, I think we might see much lower lows, but a nice bullish market structure there for the short term. Then just to look at those levels I showed in that previous mini range in 2020, you can see that's the value area low. Let me just clear some of these levels. There's the value area low, so it's definitely respecting those levels. Push through to this previous high here. That is a support resistance now. It didn't close a 1-hour candle below that level, which is quite strong, but we can see the point of control showing some resistance, and the value area high. We didn't quite reach the range high, but I think that'll be, if we push up, that'll be there'll be some sort of reaction up there, and once we've cleared that, there's like a support resistance line there coming into play. But you can see there's not much action here until we get into that order block area. So if we can clear this range high here, that swing failure pattern, not a swing failure pattern, I marked that wrong, that's actually just a support resistance line, then we can move into that area, and I think this is where we're aiming for, the 30,000. But 30,000 itself is definitely going to, on that point of control, is definitely going to be show some signs of resistance, or we can expect a reaction there. Then I just want to take you through my altcoin trades. I've spent quite a lot of time the past 2 to 3 weeks to create these levels, and you can see a Phantom, really well respected. So Phantom, I can go into my drawings here. You can see, so I used the inside shift pitchfork, and then I created a fib channel inside the pitchfork, and then a fib to fib. So it became quite, those levels are quite complicated. So if you're interested in me showing these levels, then you can just comment, and I'll be sure to make another video of that. Zooming in on the 1 hour, you can see normally I backtest to see how well these Fibonacci levels are respected before I start taking it serious. If they are not respected, then I just move on and I look for something, or for some other patterns, or yeah. So there you can see perfect retest. First reaction, that's a 0.66 Fibonacci level, and that's the 0.618. You can see how nice the reactions there, perfect touches there. Must say I'm quite proud of this trade. It's from the 18th of June, I think, or the 13th of June, but a few coins turned on the 18th of June on that little pivot there. But it's just been making, well, there it made a lower low, but the market structure is definitely in an upwards move, and I caught that move there nicely. I got worried here when we dropped below this support resistance, this previous high, but it was obviously showing more respect to that 618 line than to the support resistance. So I mean, what do we know? So yeah, looking for a higher here. Hopefully this one, I'll stay in this trade for quite a while. So you can see I had early take profits. So 50% of my position is already closed. I was looking to compound, but I think I'll just let this one be. My stop loss is at entry, and I'm looking for new trades because there's just so many trades showing up, or possible entries showing up. And then another one I've been in for a while. I think the Phantom was from last Thursday, so it's a week and probably a week and a day now. So Phantom also, I can say I don't need to say much about this. Really nice bullish market structure. This actually looks better than Phantom, and if you look at that trend line, it's just been respecting that trend line really beautifully. It has been taking a breather here. You can see some consolidation. We're right at the top of that consolidation, so something's got to give here. And also my first take profit was there, and my next one is just up there. I think that's a 618 level of a Fibonacci. So this is a pitchfork I took from the Corona lows, so that's quite a long time frame. So that's why I think I trust these levels, because it's a really long time frame. I'll zoom out for you just to see that where I took that from. So those are the Corona lows, which we call around the 20th of March, the all-time high, and then that big drop, the pivot. So you use the pivots. I can just check for you. I just want to make 100% sure if this was the modified pitchfork. Yes, it's the modified pitchfork. So it does make a difference if you use another pitchfork. I play around until I find one that respects levels. You see how it changes, the pitchfork changes, or even inside. But the modified one was the one I settled on, yeah. Let's just go back to the 1 hour again. So yeah, you can see there's a lot of work goes into finding these levels, because it's not just that position of the pitchfork. If I go through all 4 of the different pitchforks and I don't get levels, then I change, I go to different pivots, and so you just play around until you find something that's been respected. Okay, and then yesterday morning I took a trade on Tomo. You can see I highlighted these fib levels. Once again, let me just see. So it's also a pitchfork coming from the Corona lows, but these are extended levels. So that's the 0 line, the bottom of the pitchfork, and then that is the 114. I can't remember. But anyway, I can't remember the green line, but that's a 309 line, 1.309. And then this is the 1.618 and the 1.66, and I think this is the 784 line. So I made them a little darker, because look at that beautiful channel in Tomo, which I only saw when we got around here, so it was too late, but that would have been beautiful trades on Tomo chain. So Tomo chain, I just went and had a quick browse to see what they are. It's basically a blockchain where they also build apps on, and it's just scalable. So that's what makes it really stand out. So it's roughly, they just say it's about 1,000 times faster than Bitcoin. So I think these good projects will really excel when we start seeing if this bullish market structure continues. So yeah, I got in near the bottom of this pivot, so quite a good trade there. You see how beautifully yeah, it struggled during the day, but then late afternoon our time at around 4 o'clock, yeah, there it started moving. So I was a bit worried there, because you can see we were below the VWAP, and then all of a sudden we pushed up, take profit 1. So you can see I take small profits, only 20%, because I'm trying to position myself for swing trades for a continuation of this bullish structure. But how beautiful is that, the retest of that level, so well respected there as well. Anyway, quite proud of that one as well. And then I took another trade yesterday afternoon on Tezos. So Tezos, you can also see from the 19th of June. So I sort of look at this now for coins or pairs to take trades on. Is this month from the 18th more or less to now is about a month, and if it shows market structure of higher lows, then I look at it, because there's just so many setups now. I don't even look at other ones that are looking, well, just rangy. So yesterday, this chart is a bit messy, but this is what it looks like when I try and find an entry. So my main trading idea here was, well, obviously the bullish market structure, but my secondary idea was this bullish divergence. So there was quite a strong bullish divergence on the footprint charts, and then obviously that 0.5 Fibonacci line that comes down there. Also, once again, let's just see where that line comes from. That's 12 March 2020, so that's also more than 2 years ago. 12 March, well, that's also a corona. That's just, yeah, that's basically a corona pitchfork from the corona lows. You can also see that green line, how well it was respected, and when it touched there, I thought, oh, I missed the move, and it was already up there, so I jumped in, but I should have just been patient. It came back again, so I stepped into that trap. I basically FOMO'd into this trade, but luckily it was still a good setup, and then it moved up. Yeah, look at this beautiful move just now, this morning. I didn't even see that. And once again, on that 309 line, look at that respect. First resistance, I put my first take profit there on the 3, not because of that resistance line. I saw it was close to there, but on this 382, so taking from this pivot here, I saw it was respected here, so this Fibonacci. So then I decided that 380, there's going to be a small reaction there, so I'll rather put my take profit there than trying to go for the best case scenario. Would have worked out anyway, both ways. But now this trade is also risk free, so my stop loss has been moved to entry. And it looks like we're hopefully getting some more upside here. I'm definitely going to set another 20% take profit just before the highs there. Well, actually where it was, just there, and 40% closed, and then I'm going to leave it to see where it goes to. Right, let me just check if those, I think that's all the others. I showed you all 4 my trades, the other ones I've marked. Right, that's it. Keep your eyes on the charts, and you can ask questions or comment below, and I'll be sure to make a video on requests. Alright, cheers.